What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Reviews. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a revisit of the Yuengling Light Lager. This is coming in at 4% ABV, and the reason I'm doing this video is because a couple of weeks ago, I purchased a 12-pack of this, and the first sip, I was like, this is not at all what I remembered this stuff tasting like. I was actually very impressed with this the first time I had it and the first time I reviewed it. I thought it was probably the best light beer I'd ever had, and I gave it a 10 out of 10 for a light beer. Well, a couple of weeks ago when I tried it, I was like, it kind of just tastes like a light beer. So it didn't exactly taste like I remembered it tasting like. I don't know if it's just me or it's the beer, if they've changed the recipe. I really couldn't find out a whole lot of information online about it. So if you guys know if they've changed something about this, let me know. So that's the reason we're doing the revisit. Quickly, before we get into that, I want to address my 9-day hiatus from beer reviewing. That would be because we had an EF3 tornado actually tear through my town. As crazy as that sounds. It was last Friday night, late, closer to midnight. Pretty intense situation. A person actually ended up getting killed and 3 people were injured in that tornado. But, I mean, my neighbor's front porch, they had a screen in front porch, it completely tore it off and threw it out behind their house. It was crazy. So, we were without power for 3 days. So, there was no way I could do any beer reviews or any of that. So, that's why I haven't been doing any beer reviews. So, and I was also sick at that time, which made it suck even more. But that's besides the point. Another thing I want to address is the price of Miller Lite and Coors Light right now. Jesus Christ. That's another reason I bought this. A 12-pack of Miller or Coors Light here in Missouri is over $15 after tax. So $15.50, I believe, something like that. This is 13 and some change for a 12-pack. No idea what Miller and Coors were thinking. Really? Really? Let's pour it up. See what we got. But yeah, that just boggled my mind when I found out that they had risen their prices that much. Because it used to be $12, like $12 and some change would be a little over 13 bucks after tax. Like this. So we got a 3.5, 4-finger head. Get a little bit of a roasted malt type aroma. Other than that, not a whole lot else. Maybe a little breadiness. But other than that, you're really not getting a whole lot of aroma. Now you'll notice it's a darker color. A darker brown than your typical light beer. And that was another thing that I liked about this back when I used to get it. I thought that it had a darker flavor to it as well. It had more of a roasted malt type of a flavor to it. And that was another reason that I loved it so much. But that last 12-pack that I had, it kind of just tasted like a domestic light beer. There was nothing special about it, and there was nothing jumping out at me. So, and that's disappointing because I gave this a 10 out of 10. This was a very sought-after beer from me. So, we're going to go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers. Yuengling Light Lager. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's bland. It's super light. It's watery. The flavor tastes like a stereotypical light beer. And that's not what I remember this stuff tasting like. I don't know if it's me or I don't know if they've changed the recipe, but this is not what I remember. I mean, It's the most basic light beer taste I could ever even begin to explain to you guys. It's just beer. It's light beer. That's what it is. It's light beer. It doesn't really taste like Yuengling to me. It tastes like if I closed my eyes and I did a blind beer battle between this and Coors Light or this or Natural Light, I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference. And maybe that's what this is going to come to. I'm going to have to pin this against Miller, Coors, and Natural. But I would decipher Miller Lite over this because they have their own. It has its own flavor. But this is just light beer. This is what light beer tastes like. Yuengling Light Lager. Used to taste different than this in my opinion, and from what I remember. I don't know if it's just me or not. So if you guys have had this recently, let me know if it's changed for you as well. I'm searching for something that stands out about this, and I am finding nothing. It's watery. It's light. It's refreshing, for sure. Crisp, clean, refreshing, just like a light beer should be. And I'm going to drink it, obviously. That's what's in my fridge tonight. That's what I'm going to be drinking on. Doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like light beer, and that's not what this tasted like. This tasted like a fuller beer, but it was light enough that you could drink 12 of them without feeling too bloated. So, in my opinion, it does not taste the same at all. And I don't know if that's just me or not. So, now I have to rate it again. And it's dropping way down from the 10 that I gave it previously. And now I'm going to hit it with a solid 8.5 out of 10. Still a good beer. Still solid. It just tastes like what light beer tastes like. And it's not what I remember it being. So, 8.5 out of 10 from me here at Beer Reviews for the Yuengling Light Lager. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit me with a thumbs up. And if you guys have any suggestions on anything you would like me to try in the future, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to find it and give it a review. As always, until next time, cheers, and thanks for watching.